Hello guys, good day guys. So today we'll be talking about access modifiers. What do we mean by access modifiers in Java? First we'll talk about modifiers. When we talk about modifiers in Java, examples of modifiers are the public, static, private, final, protected, and so on. So there are two main groups of modifiers in Java. We have the access modifiers and the non-access modifiers. So the first, which is the access modifiers, they are used to set the access level for classes, attributes, methods, and constructors, which includes the default, public, private, and protected. So when we see the protected and the public, private, or the default used, they are known as access modifiers. Now let us explain this one by one. We have the default modifiers. When no access modifiers is used or specified, then Java uses the default modifier. The default modifier shows that the access level is only within the package. It cannot be accessed from outside the package. This means that if we have a class with the default access modifier in a package, only those classes that are in the package can access this class. No other classes or class outside the package can access this class. And also, same goes to when a method is created. It is only visible to the class in the same package, not outside the package. Now let's take an example. Let's take a look at example in our IntelliJ IDEA. If you can remember this app1 which we created when we're dealing with data types, and then our first app that we created. So these are a different package, although they are in the same package, but the app also is in another package, so which is another sub package. So that means that definitely they are in different packages, because the app1 is in variable package while the app is in section package. Now let's take a look at something. Let's create a method here. Let's create a method here. Let's create a method. Let's call it void run method. Let's now declare an integer there, num1 equals to 30. We go back to our app, then our main method for us to run the program. Then let's call our app1 my app1 equals to new app1. Now we can see now that we are able to import it. So that means that we are supposed to be able to access this method, since that we can import this app1. And don't forget why we could import it is because it is public. So we want to use method as an example, for that we can see that a method that is default cannot be accessed from another class in another package. Now let's call the method my app1 dot the run method. Let us run it. We can see that it said the run is not public in section 1 dot variables dot app1 cannot be accessed from outside package. Is because this run method is not public. It is a default constructor, so it is not public. That is why we cannot access it, because it is not public. That is why we cannot access it. So let's clarify ourselves. Let's make it public. Now if you can see, the error is away, and now we can run it. Although it will not print out anything because we did not print out our num1. It did not print out anything because we did not print out our num1. Now let's run it again. Now you can see that app1 is printed out. So that is what we mean by a default constructor. So when you have a default constructor, that means that it is not specified. That means it cannot be accessed by another class in another package. We see when we took away this public here, it gave us an error here. So we cannot, it said make app1 public. That means that anyone that is in another package, we cannot access it through that. So let's take an example. What if we try to access this app1 with a default constructor? If we try to access it in the same package, just like this app1 in this variable package, will it be able to work? To help us to understand it very well, let's call this app3 or test app1. Now let's make our app1 let's comment this out because we're about to. So let's make our app1, let's make it a default class, and let's try to first let's use a default constructor. Then let's try to access it from here. Let's access it. Let's call our main method. Then we call our app1. New app1. Then let's call my app1 dot run. Yes, we got 30. We got 30 because although it is default, but we are in the same package. The app1 is in the variable package and the test app1 is in the variable package. We can see the variable name for app1 and the variable name for test package are the same. So we can be able, even though that our method is default, we can be able to access it, but in different. But once we are already in a different package, we are not able to access it again. We are not able to access it again because we have to make the method public for us to be able to access it. For example, what if we make our app1 class default? We can see here we got problem. We cannot now access it again because it has turned to default. We have to make it public in order to access it. But in our test app, it remains working because we are in the same package. So guys, I hope you understand everything that we mean by default modifier right now. So in our next one, we'll be talking about the access modifiers. We'll be talking about the protected and the public also, and the private also. So thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to check out our next video. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Till next time. God bless you.